Hey guys! So today I'm going to talk to you about hair loss. What causes hair loss, what can you do against it, and how do you deal with something like this? So, as some of you will know, I suffered from hair loss myself a few summers ago. It went away a few months later, but I did lose about 3/4 of my hair. You will see that if you watch back my old videos, like from 2009, 2010. I had really thick hair. Now when I say hair loss, I mean hair loss in young women. So let me talk to you first about how does this occur? Why do you get hair loss? Now there are several reasons for that. There are medical reasons and there are non-medical reasons. So let me cover the medical reasons first because they are more serious. So first of all, hair loss can be genetic. Many people have way more hair as a kid than they do as an adult. Just look at pictures of adults and pictures of children. You will notice that most children have really full hair and most adults don't. So it is natural for you to lose some of that children's hair when you grow older. To know if this is going to happen to you or if this is a genetic thing for you, then just look at your mother, your aunts, your grandmother, pictures of them when you were your age or a little bit older, and see how much hair they have. If you can see a strong difference between their childhood pictures and their adult pictures, then it's probably genetic and you are going to lose some hair as well. Another thing that can cause your hair to fall out is stress, heavy stress. And this can be emotional stress or physical stress from giving birth or pregnancy or having surgery or taking heavy medication. Your body will react to this, and as an answer to this stress it'll drop your hair, which sucks, I know. This will happen about 3 to 6 months after the stressful event. So if you are losing hair, try to trace back about 3 to 6 months and what was going on then, and perhaps you can figure out a stress source for your hair loss. Now another thing that can change it, and this is pretty much in line with the first point I said, where the genetic, is hormonal changes. So often when you transition from childhood to adulthood, so in puberty, your hormones just change from a child to an adult woman, which is quite a lot going on. So yeah, my hair loss started when I was 18, I believe, so yeah, right at the end of my teenage years and kind of transitioning into full-blown adulthood. So I think that was a part of my hair loss. Another thing, and this is kind of very important, thyroid disorders can cause hair loss. So the thyroid produces certain hormones, and if you have a deficiency or too much of those, it can cause hair loss. So if you do suffer from hair loss and you cannot explain it directly by means of stress or other things, please go see your doctor and have some blood work done. I did that directly after I had announced kind of my hair loss, and everybody was like, oh, you need to get your thyroid checked because you might have a thyroid problem. So I went and had some blood work, but I was fine and healthy, so I had to look for other sources of my hair loss. But this can be very dangerous, so please have that checked if you suspect that this might be the cause for your hair loss. Another thing can be heavy weight loss, like dramatic weight loss. Again, due to disease or just any heavy heavy weight loss can cause hair loss. And the last medical reason I have here is poor nutrition and just poor health in general. Hair is a reflection of, well, it is part of your body, so it's a reflection of your health. And just as your skin will get worse and your nails will get worse when you are sick, so will your hair, and it'll just, at a certain point, it will just fall out. So if you don't get all your vitamins and minerals and everything that you need, you might suffer from hair loss. And a very important thing in this is iron. If you have an iron deficiency, hair loss is a common symptom of that. So again, go to your doctor. Now there are also some non-medical reasons for hair loss, and this is kind of called self-induced hair loss. It sounds very cruel, but it, yeah, kind of is like that. Over-processing your hair. So dyeing it all the time, curling, straightening, pulling at it, brushing too much, drying it too roughly, manipulating the scalp, braiding too tight. Those are all things that can cause hair to fall out because they are just putting too much stress on the actual hair, what do you call it, follicle? Is that what you call it? Another thing is very aggressive hair products. This kind of ties in with washing your hair too often or not often enough. If you wash your hair too often, your scalp will freak out because it's just too clean and it's missing all the oils and kind of skinny buildup. Sounds so nasty. That it's used to having. When you don't wash your hair often enough, your scalp will kind of suffocate in all the gunk and buildup, so you need to find a happy medium in that, which can be difficult, but just experiment with it for a while. Okay, so now you know what can cause this. So how do you recognize that you have actual hair loss? Now, it is normal for an average person to lose around 50 to 100 hairs a day, or that's what the statistics say. Now, I noticed when my hair started falling that whenever I would brush it, or well, actually I was in the shower one night and I had this nightmare moment where you're just going through your hair and chunks just fall out and stay behind your hands. It was terrible. And I have to be honest with you, I cried for quite a bit. Well, not just because my hair was falling out, but because I'm a hair YouTuber and I was kind of about to lose my job as well, lose my hair and my job. No, not too great. You will notice excessive falling out of hair, so not the regular. I mean, if you brush your hair, some hair will come out, that's normal. But if you just notice that your braids are getting thinner and your ponytail is getting significantly thinner, then you're suffering from hair loss. Now, what can you do against this? First of all, if you're worried, please go see your doctor. It won't hurt, they can do some blood work on you. For me it was very reassuring to know that I am not sick, even though my hair is falling out. So my mom mentioned that this started a few weeks after I had started using a new weird shampoo. I had started using the Lush shampoo bar in Jumping Juniper, I believe it was called. Which I learned later is very heavy in sodium lauryl sulfate, which is the cleaning agent in most beauty products and also regular cleaning products. You can Google this, there's a whole controversy around sodium lauryl sulfate. I, of course, immediately stopped using that shampoo and I switched to something all natural, which has no sodium lauryl sulfate at all. And I've been using shampoos like that ever since and my hair has been fine. It has been growing back, but not as thick as it used to be. That's why I figure it's partly genetic and just meant to be anyway, because it is growing back. I mean, I have baby hairs and flyaways and all of that, but it's not growing to the thickness that it used to be. Many people swear by biotin vitamins or just any kind of hair growth vitamins. I used to take them for a little while when I didn't know what the cause was for my hair loss. I don't know if it was the vitamins that helped or a combination of all the other things I did. If your hair loss is caused by a certain vitamin deficiency, then yes, they can definitely work. I've also heard some very strange tips about onion water and garlic mash on your head and just kind of strange grandma-y tips that might work. So, you know, if you're up for it, just go try it. I'm sure that many tips will pop up in the comments. If you have any tips to cure hair loss, please let them know below and you can just kind of have an anti-hair loss party down there. If your hair loss is due to over-processing, then the answer is clear. Just stop over-processing your hair, stop dyeing it, stop using heat. There are many hairstyles you can do without heat. Just check out my channel, I am all about that. No heat, no aggressive styling. And most of all, don't worry about it too much. I know that it can be really hard to lose your hair, but hair loss is almost never permanent, and even then you can get wigs. Wigs are so much fun. That's what calmed me down the most. My parents promised to buy me a wig if I would go bald. They promised me a wig that would come down to my butt. That just really kind of soothed my worries, because I know that I would at least have something, you know, to fall back on. Yeah, please don't worry about it too much. At some point your hair will grow back, unless it's a really heavy medical reason, in which case you have other things to worry about. So, you know, just see what will happen, try and treat it in as many ways as you can, and yeah, know that you are not alone. So many women go through this, and I never expected myself to go through hair loss, but I did, and I survived, and now my hair is okay. You know, it's not as thick as it used to be, but it's okay, and I can do new things with it. So, yeah, that's all that I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below about your problems or your solutions or whatever, and we can just, you know, talk about this in the comments. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!